So now we're going to move on to our fourth value scale, which is secondary colors, and we're going to be doing a technique called Sgraffito. So here are my secondary colors. I'm going more traditional with that orange, that green, and that purple. No funky colors this time. It will make a very weird, icky color at the end, but it's always fun to play around and see what happens. Now, Sgraffito is more like a scribbling technique. It's like scribbling meets graffiti. It's super fun and a little bit more free, and definitely a reward after doing that stippling. So I want to find my lightest color. I'm actually going to say green is my lightest. Then I'm going to do orange, and then I am going to do purple. So I'm going to start with my lightest color. And again, it is all over the place. So I'm going to press really light and kind of fill in. Then I'm going to press a little bit more and fill in even more so it is darker of that color. You can have sharp edges or soft edges. Now I'm going to get to that middle, which is going to be my normal pressure when I draw. And I'm going to keep going by applying more pressure and more pressure all the way to the end. Now what's really cool with Sgraffito is you are leaving some of that white behind, but not quite coloring in perfectly. So it has a little bit of a messy effect, but as you look at it, it's overall a solid color still. So now we can see in that value scale that we still go from light to dark. Now we're going to take our middle tone and we're going to start right after our first box. And we're going to add a little bit of that scribble. Now, because it's a little bit darker, you can instantly see it changing the value of that box. Then in the middle, I'm going to press a little bit more, so it's more of that actual orangish color. And then a little bit more pressure and more pressure, filling the box even more. So our last box is going to be quite dark and predominant. You can do circles, you can do edges, whatever you would like as you are scribbling in to fill in this box. And look now how it's already getting darker. I told you it's getting a little pea soup green in here, kind of gross. We're going to start with the second one to the last with that purple. And this is going to make it go almost a brown gray color. So again, getting darker and then really dark, a lot of pressure on that last one so that we can start adding in that value and really filling that box. And look how we can go from that light all the way to dark, custom making colors the whole way. Now we're going to do the same thing for our sphere here. We're going to start with our green, our lightest color, and we are going to add in. So not only am I going to press lighter when I get up here towards that highlight, press darker as I get down here from the bottom, keeping that green alive, and then adding in my shadow. And I'm going to have a little fun with that shadow. Now we can go in with that medium color. Start adding that, bringing that all the way in, pressing a little bit lighter as I get closer to the top. So it's a nice smooth blend even with that Sgraffito. And I'm going to keep it nice and dark closest to that sphere. And for our last color, our dark color, I want to leave a little bit of that light for that reflection off the table at the end. And I can really start to press hard with this and still get a nice smooth blend with my colors. And that is how we do Sgraffito, scribbling for adults.